Hey y'all, this is Desiree from I Can You Can Vegan, and today I'm in one of my favorite rooms. Well, actually, this is my favorite room in the house, period. Like, it just is. So, as many of you know, I had a baby back in April. I was a little late to the game sharing the news. You know, I like to keep things under wraps. Um, but when I finally shared, one of the things that I got asked a lot was, for recommendations on a variety of things. So that's what today's video is all about. I am recommending my top 5 things to help make pregnancy life just a little bit easier. Now, if you're in the first trimester, you may already be going through things. The second trimester is what they call like the golden era. Like everything is great, but the third trimester, it gets real. So I have 5 things that I'm recommending, and I'm gonna go ahead and start sharing them with you guys. So let's see, I made some notes here. All right, so the first thing is the back band. So I'm not really going in order of trimesters, but I think the back band is definitely something that you'll need if you're like late second trimester or heading into your third trimester. My kid was huge. Like they thought that he was gonna be 7, 8 pounds or something like that. He came out 10 pounds. So I felt like a giant come the third trimester. Like my stomach was out to here. It was just, I was all belly, like belly just all over the place. So one of the things that I started experiencing was back pain. It felt like because my stomach was so huge, my back was like doing all sorts of weird things. And so I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna like make it through the day? Like it just, nothing was making sense. I could not stand for long periods of time, which is really difficult for me because obviously I like to cook, I like to be in the kitchen. And that's something that you can do sitting down, but it's a lot easier to do when you're standing up because you gotta go run and get ingredients, you gotta go back and forth to the fridge, you gotta check on stuff on the stove, in the stove, pots and pans, washing dishes, all the things. These things require you to be standing up. It's kind of difficult to do if you're just sitting down the whole time. So one of the things that I think my doula recommended it to me actually. Yeah, she did. I remember emailing her about it and asking. So thank you, JT. Shout out to my doula. I'll link her information below for you too. But yeah, so I reached out to her and I'm like, hey, my back is killing me. And so she sends me a link to Amazon and I think I bought that thing within 5 minutes. So basically it's a back brace that just kind of goes around your back, and there's a little number that goes on the top of your belly, and there's support at the bottom too. And honestly, when I took it out the packaging, I was like, this is supposed to help? Like, I didn't get it, but it actually did. It did work miracles for me. It wasn't a fix all, but it definitely helped me to be able to stand for longer periods of time. It made going to like the grocery store and stuff like that way easier because even that was a struggle just to try to get around the grocery store. So the back band, definitely something I would recommend 10 out of 10. Ooh, this one is one of my favorites, and to be honest, it still is a favorite of mine. Like, even in my postpartum baby, whatever, what do they call this? Like, the 4th trimester, is still one of my favorite things, period. So, one of the things that I hated during pregnancy was once I started getting really, really big, putting on shoes was a nightmare. And it was colder outside during my pregnancy because my kid didn't get here until April. So I couldn't just like put on flip-flops and go out the house in February. Like that wasn't happening. So I was like, okay, there must be a solution to this because putting on shoes becomes really tiring. It's cumbersome. Like, who got time to be putting on whole shoes and tying shoelaces and stuff like that? I didn't have time. I don't know about y'all, but I didn't have the time. So one of the things that I researched was, okay, I need to find some shoes that are completely backless so that I don't have to like, jimmy my foot in the shoe because mind you, my feet are also swelling, right? So that was another problem. So I didn't want something that was going to be super restricting. I wanted something comfortable that I could just slide my foot in and go. And I was closed-toed too, so I didn't look crazy going outside in February with slides on. So I got on Amazon, our favorite place, and I found these knockoff Converse shoes. Actually, a lot of people thought that they were genuine Converses, but they're not. They were really inexpensive, super comfortable. Well, actually, okay, you do have to break them in. So at first they weren't that comfortable, but I really didn't care because I was like, I need shoes that don't require work, so I don't even care if they're comfortable. But as I wore them more, they got more comfortable, thank God. So yeah, so all through pregnancy, as soon as I got those, they became like my daily shoes. And actually they still are, because I've just grown accustomed to not putting on real shoes anymore. It's like, why would I go through all that effort? Why would I do that to myself? Why would I do that? That's dumb. So yeah, now these shoes, even though I bought the yellow pair, they don't go with everything, but in my head they do, because I don't care. So yeah, so that's number 2 pregnancy and post-pregnancy thing that I would totally recommend. Go ahead and get you some of these slides, because you will not feel like putting on shoes. I promise. If there's one thing that you will not want to do, and there is a list of things that you will not want to do, on that list will definitely be putting on shoes. So take my word for it. Go ahead and get you some of these slide-on shoes, okay? Okay. Another one of my favorite things, number 3, is this long black maxi dress. So a few years ago, me and my husband, we decided to take a few months off of work and just travel all over some different places. And one of my favorite things that I bought for that trip was a long black maxi dress. It had pockets, it had 2 slits on the side, and it was just really simple, casual. You could dress it up, dress it down, whatever. And that became my go-to dress when I got pregnant. It carried me through all 3 trimesters. So even the 3rd trimester, when my stomach was out to here, because the fabric was so forgiving, it looked great at each trimester. So it worked, and because of the style of the dress, I was able to, like, you know, layer it with denim jackets or really thick cardigans or whatever, just to match the season, or just wear it alone if it was warm enough to do so outside. Now, because I bought this dress a few years ago, I don't know if I can find the original one. I'll look for you though. But just for that matter, anything that you have in your closet that is like stretchy, comfortable, all those clothes will become your favorites, I'm telling you. So that was number 3. Free, easy, simple, cute clothes. Number 4. In the 3rd trimester, one of the things that I told you I struggled with was back pain. So it was like nothing could help me. It felt like that at times. But one of the things that we asked for on our registry, for our baby red sheet, there was a section for, like, you know, things for the parents. Gold mine. But I didn't want to go too crazy up there. But one of the things that I did ask for was a back and shoulder and neck massager thing. One of my coworkers had actually told me about it, and she recommended it, and so I was like, you know what, that sounds like a good idea. And y'all, I would wear that thing like every single night before I went to bed. Me and my husband would share it. So it's a neck massager. It just goes right around your neck, and it massages all this area right up in here and your shoulders. Like, y'all, it is good. And it's heated too. What? It's heated? Yes, it's heated. So yeah, it's pretty inexpensive for what you get. I think, you know, it'll definitely be something that you carry well beyond pregnancy, and you'll just want to use it just because it feels good. All right, and number 5. Number 5 is actually something I think that most pregnant people would probably find pretty helpful, and that's a yoga ball. Child, one of the things that I struggled with during pregnancy was like just movement. Like, it felt like my hips just couldn't get right. I needed to stretch really badly in ways that my body just would not allow because of my huge and growing stomach. So the yoga ball was something that I really enjoyed, because one, I had stopped doing my cardio exercises. If you follow me on Instagram, you know I love Mike Peel, his fitness routines. He does like dancing and cardio. Um, Dang it, I'm forgetting her name, but I'll link her channel down below too because I love her videos too. I'm so mad that I'm forgetting her name. But yeah, I had stopped doing those because I just couldn't anymore. Like, my body could not keep up with those routines. So I had to resort to something a little more, calm, slow paced. So yoga was my thing. And so one of the things that I would find myself doing all the time were like hip circles, where you just kind of sit on the ball and you rotate your hips in a circle, and y'all, it just feels so good. Or just rolling your back over the ball, like, child, y'all have to watch in the videos. They are just life-changing. It'll just make for a much more comfortable pregnancy. Because those last few weeks, y'all, it is rough, especially if your kid is huge. Shout out to all the moms whose bellies didn't get that big. Y'all, very lucky, very lucky. But us moms who carried those kids that were gigantic, we deserve a special place in heaven. So that's number 5, is a yoga ball. So those are my top 5 things that you'll need to get you through pregnancy. And of course, there are a ton of things that'll make your life easier, but I think those are 5 things that people don't generally talk about a lot. And honestly, they made my world a whole lot better when I incorporated those in. If you have any other suggestions on videos that you'd like to see, as far as, things that you'd like me to cover, things you have questions about, I'd love to try to help you figure it out. I will admit I do not have all the answers, and every single day I'm still figuring this whole thing out. There's a lot that I don't know, so I'm not going to pretend to know about it. But yeah, if I can help, or if I have any advice, I'll definitely try my best. So one of the other things that I wanted to do in this video is to give you a tour of my kids' room, because I love it so much. I'm obsessed. And I just thought it would be fun to share with you guys. And I also need your help, so let's do this. All right, people. So this is Avery's room. Isn't it cute? All right, so I'll tell you about everything. Where should we start? Let's start here. So this was a gift. We got it from Pottery Barn. I thought it was so cute. And as you can see, Avery's room is kind of like this, I don't know, safari-ish, natural kind of thing going on. He's got his crib over here, which is also convertible. We've got a little chair over here. Currently, he's too little for it, so his stuffed animals are holding him down. Over here, this is really special. This was a gift that all of the people who came to our virtual baby shower put together for him. So it's just words of encouragement, just messages that they wanted to share with Avery. I love a baby room with plants in it, so I had to put one that was really easy and able to, that I wouldn't kill, basically. Down here we have, I think I'm just gonna put his toys in here for now. So he's got like a little puzzle with his name, some stuffed animals, and US President flashcards. This chair is one that I love. I think I found it at Target. I will link it for you below if it's still online. But it's super comfortable and it moves. It's like a rocker. It's a rocking chair. And over here we have one of my favorite plush throws. So it's got like these little I don't know what they're called, but these little balls on the end that I think are really cute, and it's the whole forest green color. Up here, this is the little man cave sign. So this actually used to be my husband's man cave, so I thought that it would be kind of cute to add a little man cave sign because the baby came and took over. And over here we have his dresser area. So we have just a little lamp. Over here we have, these are actually cards that people gave for after Avery was born. They're all very, very sweet. But this is also his changing area. So my husband really, really wanted me to show this to y'all. Open. Okay, so this was all his doing. He organized all the diapers. He's got like his own thing going on in here. So as you can see, we've got the diapers going, we've got the wipes. We always line the diapers with petroleum jelly because it helps with diaper rashes. That's what our pediatrician told us. So we haven't had any issues with diaper rashes just yet. So hopefully that stays the same. So, and in case you're wondering, this is one of the cloth diapers. We got a lot of these from the hospital, but then we found that they were so handy, we bought more of them. But if you have a little boy, or I guess just babies in general, they like to pee at, you know, untimely times, like when they're getting their diaper changed. So when we put Avery down on here, you know, just in case he pees, we like to always have one of these down here so that we can quickly just, you know, pick this up or switch it out so that we don't have to replace the cover with it, or we only have to do that every so often. And this is the mirror. Isn't that cute? I love this mirror. I'll link that too, as well as the polka dots. I really, really like the polka dots. Oh, I'll show you his clothes. So these were 0 to 3 month clothes. I forget what those little machines are called, but I used one of those to label all the drawers so that everybody would know what goes in what. So he can still kind of wear some 0 to 3 stuff, but we've definitely moved into the 3 to 6 month clothes. He's got a ton of cute little things, like little baby jeans. Look at those. But these are still too big for him, so he's not wearing those just yet. And he has a ton of 3 to 6 month old socks. And these are all onesies. These are whole outfits here, so some long sleeve, some short sleeve, and then we've just got jeans over here. And in the last drawer, oops, as you can guess, the sizes just keep going up, so the clothes just keep getting bigger. So if y'all have suggestions on how to organize clothing for babies, let me know, because I mean, I guess I could hang some of this stuff up, but then there's stuff like t-shirts, and it's like, why would I put that on a hanger? So yeah, all this stuff in here, we're just gonna close that up. And then so yeah, there's a label even here for the diaper stuff. And below that we have, this used to look a little bit better, so excuse me, but this is the burping cloths, blankets, bibs, and robes in here. So lots of blankets back here. Burping cloths go over here, and we just did laundry, so we have more of them, but they're just not in here. And then we have bibs and robes, and these are swaddles. Okay, so one thing I did want to say was I bought these when I found out that I was pregnant. So, well, soon after I bought these. But anyway, I thought that they were so cute, and they really are cute. But y'all, don't buy these bibs. You can't see, like when the kid has it on, you can't even read these messages. It'll look like this on their neck. So, would not recommend those. They're very cute, but would not recommend. And in the last drawer, I don't think there's anything down there. This is one of my favorite pictures of Avery.
this was one of the pictures that we got on the ultrasound, and as you can see, he is definitely flipping us off, and I just thought it was hilarious. Down here we have all of his books so far. So he's got, you know, some of me and his father's favorite books, and some of the books are actually customized. So like this one, this is one that we bought for him before he was born. This one was a gift from a family friend. And then we've got some classics in there, like the Giving Tree back here and some others. But yeah, these are his books. And then in his closet, y'all, it's not really that pretty in here, but I'm showing it to you anyway for transparency. So yeah, he has more stuff in here. This entire closet used to be filled with diapers, but y'all, he goes through diapers like water. So right now, initially we were asking for the pure Pampers. We really liked those. That is until we got put on to the Honest Pampers. Honest has been like a game changer for us, y'all. We really, really, really like those diapers. It seems like he has less leaks when we have him in the Honest diapers and less explosions. So we will be exchanging all of these for the Honest diapers. So yeah. Then let's see, we've got a play mat back there. So when he starts crawling, we'll probably start using that a little bit more. And then in here we just have like all of his sort of, I don't know, needs. So moisturizing cream for him. His skin is sort of sensitive. Lots of gas relief drops. As you can see, we kind of OD'd on those. But yeah, body wash, things like that. We like to use this board for his monthly pictures. We have a little baby book back there, and then some clothing overflows that won't fit in his drawers because you saw they're really packed. And I bought these. I bought these along with those other bibs that I was showing y'all not to get, Foodie and Yum. But yeah, so that's when he starts, you know, eating table food and stuff like that. So yeah, this is his room. I hope that you guys enjoyed the tour, and yeah, let me know if you have any questions or comments or things that you want to see in the future, and we'll chat soon.